Well, what a result that was. After that heartbreak of that first loss, losing it so late on after fighting back, there was that question that we were asking, and we said it in the preview. How's this team going to respond to the loss? Well, you couldn't have asked for much better than that, could you? Absolute great response. A fantastic, really mature 2-0 win at home against a Stafford Argyle side who were joint top of the league and flying. I mean, that's an absolute perfect way to bounce back. Huge performance, massive 3 points, and there's a whole lot to be positive about. We're going to get into some of that now. Right, let's start with that home form now. That's 2 games played at the Bearford Community Stadium. It's 2 wins, of course, but crucially 2 clean sheets. Now, there's not a lot of clean sheets in this league at the moment. There's a lot of new players and new groups bedding together. We wanted to make this place a fortress, and the lads were already building the walls. To keep a clean sheet against a team like Stafford, who had scored in all their games, it's a huge statement from our defence, our keeper, but the whole team as well. And it's not like we were living a charmed life in goal or anything like that. We're good value for it. Now, on the subject of the home form, the attendance. It's 168 for this one. Now, I know what you're thinking, that's a huge drop from the 1,600 we saw in that historic first game, but let's be clear, 168 is still a fantastic appearance for this level of football. We're at step 16 in non-league, guys. These players are used to playing in front of a man and their dog, no disrespect, and the dog's usually not interested. So that support is going to make a difference, and as the lads get used to it, it's going to just be a bigger and bigger factor, and it should give us the edge. I hope it will give us the edge in terms of picking up results in those tighter games. And as the buzz around Bearford grows, I've no doubt it'll grow. Now, it was a stop-start, scrappy game at times, wasn't it? It's 36 fouls, plenty of cards, but 2 moments really defined the result for us. First, the absolutely crucial game-winning moment, I think, goes to Michael Donlon with the penalty save in that 51st minute. If they score that and make it 2-1, it's a very different game, isn't it? There's plenty of time for them to build the confidence, and that's a tough old end to the match. I would imagine we'd have been under a lot of pressure, so that's a massive, massive stay from our goalkeeper. Secondly, and not unrelated to that, our game plan for star striker Charlie Jones that we mentioned in the preview seemed to work to perfection. We identified him as the main danger. He's one of the league's top scorers. But our defence frustrated him all game. I can't recall him having many big moments. Obviously, they got the penalty, and that's probably the one time that they got through us. And he's missed it, or rather Donlon saved it. It was a decent penalty. It wasn't amazing, but it certainly wasn't a fluff. So it's a great save, and huge credit to Martin Lee and the lads for nullifying that main threat, because we weren't under huge amounts of pressure, I don't think, in terms of conceding. There weren't many times they got through us. That, of course, brings us on to our standout performance. Our standout performers. First, our bear of the match has to be Michael Donlon. I've not wanted to break Turley's streak, but it's a colossal penalty save. It's a good all-round commanding performance. He made some good saves, commanded the box in his defence really well. It was really marshalled, and he really stood up to be counted there, and played big in the moments that he needed to. The other one worth mentioning is of course, Darren Brannigan. He bagged both goals, unlucky not to be named man of the match himself. He's been a revelation, hasn't he? Even in the defeat last time out, he looked bright, and he's got both goals today. So hopefully that's the start of something where that wastefulness and that sort of lack of clinical edge up front, hopefully that's a solution, and long may that continue. And finally, once again, we have to talk about that right-hand side, the combination of Tom Sloan, who's back out in his natural position now, played really well, and Jordan Turley, of course, tore Stafford apart when we got the ball there. We made lots of chances, and I don't think we were as wasteful as in previous games, but we could have scored more against a real mean defence. Martin Lee stuck with that 4-4-2, but it's sort of lopsided, isn't it? And Turley likes to drop into those half spaces, gives Tom Sloan plenty of space, and they link up really well, and Turley can affect the game from slightly more central areas. It's really looking good at the moment, and things are just, you can start to see the style of play that we're looking at, and with Brannigan up front looking like he's capable of finishing off some of these chances, I've got some big hopes for this. It's a positive look at how things are going to be. So, bigger picture then, guys, where does this fantastic win leave us? Well, it bumps us up to 3rd place. The table's incredibly tight as it was before. It's only 4 games in, but 6 teams are all level on 9 points. The league leaders, Earlham Still Rangers reserves, they were pegged to win the league quite comfortably. They're still top, and they've got a game in hand, so they are looking dangerous as predicted. But we're in that promotion mix. 3 wins from our first 4 games and unbeaten at home. We haven't conceded a goal at home. You can't really ask for much of a better start than that from a new club. Again, this was a really sort of pleasing, professional, mature performance against a really good side, and responding to a defeat as well. So shows the character in the squad, shows the maturity that's starting to grow, and they're connecting and they're clicking together quicker than you might have thought. What were your thoughts on the performance, guys? How huge was Donlon's save? Is that right-hand side the best in the league? We don't know too much about the rest of the league yet, do we? Maybe we'll do a video on that soon. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. What did you think? Anything that you want to see? Make sure you subscribe. We're going to be kicking into the next game. They come thick and fast. That's going to be coming up soon. But thanks for watching. Until next time, up the Bears. See you later.